kullu bid'atin dalala. Every bid'ah is dalala. Every bid'ah is dalala. Does dalala mean kufr? What's the meaning of dalala? Misguidance. Dalala means what? Misguidance. Can it be kufru? Yes, it's possible it can be kufru. And it may not be kufru. Especially if the bid'ah we are talking about is the bid'ah that takes the doer out of the fold of Islam. Not out of the fold of Sunnah now. Out of the fold of Islam. That bid'ah, the scholars will say it is mukaffiro. Bid'ah mukaffiro. Bid'ah that renders the doer a kafir. And there are other bid'ah that may not push the person to that level of kufr, but it will render the person a fasik. That is a sinner before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is possible for us to say the person is a mubtadi'. We are not saying he's a kafir, as against the position of that man in Ilorin that will say kullu bid'atin dalala, yani kullu bid'atin kufrun. Every bid'ah is kufr. Every bid'ah is kufr. Meaning that there are few Muslims in the world. There are few Muslims in the world. In fact, there are few Muslims in Nigeria. In fact, there are few Muslims in Ilorin. Maybe they are not even up to 1,000. I doubt it if they will be up to 1,000. Based on his own interpretation of kullu bid'atin dalala, meaning kullu bid'ah is kufr. That if the whole of Muslims in Ilorin would just be him and his followers. Because whoever does not accept that every bid'ah is kufru is also a mubtadi and automatically is a kafir. Subhanallah. That is not the da'wah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that is takfiri. May Allah save us from that ideology. So, but if you say bid'ah can be mufassiqa, it can be mukaffiro, that is because the Prophet ﷺ used the word dolala for it. Kullu bid'atin dolala. Okay, wa kullu dolalatin finnar. Yes, dolala is in hellfire. Of course, dolala is in hellfire. The one who commits zina, is zina not dolala? Zina is dolala. Is lying not dolala? It is dolala. Cheating not dolala? It's dolala. The Prophet used the word kufru for some other acts, but he did actually not mean kufru that takes the person out of the fold of Islam. Sibabul Muslim fusukun wa qitaluhu kufrun. Abusing a Muslim is sinful, right? And fighting with a Muslim is what? It's kufru. So two Muslims now are fighting. Have they become kafirain? La. They have not become kafirs. They are still Muslims, so long as they have not committed kufru. But that act, the act of fighting a Muslim is an act of kufru. That does not mean two Muslims fighting have become kuffars. Like you start saying, no, you have become kafir, you have become a kafir. La. Because even in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses the word words mu'minun for them. Iqtatalu fa aslihu bayna akhawaykum. When believers are fighting among themselves, fa aslihu bayna akhawaykum wa in ta'ifatan min al-mu'minina iqtatalu. Abi, when two groups among the mu'minun, that means they have not become kuffar. Fa aslihu baynahuma. You should rectify between them. You should settle their fights for them. So if Qitalul Muslim is kufru, that means the kufru here is kufrun duna kufrin. It is not the kufru that takes the person out of the fold of Islam. So we don't say he has become a kafir because of that. إِذَا تَوَاجَهَ الْمُسْلِمَانِ بِسَيْفِهِمَا فَكِلَاهُمَا مِنْ أَهْلِ النَّارِ. Because of the fact that they will say that وَكُلُّ ضَلَالَةٍ فِي النَّارِ. That if it is not kufr, why will he say كُلُّ ضَلَالَةٍ فِي النَّارِ? Every dolala is in hellfire. Okay, the Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا تَوَاجَهَ الْمُسْلِمَانِ بِسَيْفِهِمَا فَكِلَاهُمَا مِنْ أَهْلِ النَّارِ. If two Muslims face each other with what? With their sword, each of them is in hellfire. Doesn't mean they have become kuffar. They are still Muslims. That is why he used the word Muslimani for them. They are still Muslims. So, the understanding of those ones, it is completely out of the understanding of Sunnah and the understanding of our Salafus Salih. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rectify their affairs and ours.
The Guidance Facebook page. Follow, like, and share.